everyone, welcome in. I am Zenny, and today we're going to be reading a fic titled Ripples on Deep Water by an Orphan Account. Today will be chapter 27, titled Numb. Summary. The tired trio run into some trouble. Deku! It felt like scorching against his skin, covering every inch of him. Deku! With every mocking call of his name, the burning intensified. He felt disgusting. Too weak to fight back, too stupid to get help, too useless to deserve better. Deku! He struck out blindly, and his black vision filled with light. Boom! Pop, pop, pop. He stumbled back, away from him, tears cold and stinging spilled over his cheeks. He felt the familiar grease of Spot sliding off his face to make tracks for his tears. Kachan! He sobbed. Kachan, you're hurting me! The sound of laughter faded out as he scrambled away, blind to the world. He bumped into someone. Oh, Izuku! Warm arms wrapped around him, and he relaxed into them. Mom. In an instant, the warmth became hot, suffocating. Her arms tightened around him. He struggled against the arms, but they kept tightening. He heard a sound akin to glass shattering as he pitched into the darkness below him. Oh, honey, you really should stop picking fights with Kachan. Blood, warm and sticky and disgustingly cold compared to his burning skin, began to seep from his throat. He felt the sand against his back, hot and scratchy and so unlike how it had always been before, sticky with his blood. Water, cold and stinging like his tears, lapped against his scorched legs. He was a corpse, burned alive. The ocean crashed against the trash around him. After all, he was just like those piles, discarded and unwanted, useless. Deku. Nix. The call of his codename startled Izuku from his thoughts of the night before. Glancing over at Toshi, he tilted his head slightly. Yeah? You with us? Of course I am. Aizawa grunted non-committally. The three of them were being paraded down several back alleys with Siri at their heels. Aizawa had said that they were going to meet a contact, and honestly, this was just exhausting. Izuku also learned he had zero sense of direction. Where are we? He muttered to Toshi. Hosu, I think? Bless him. They adjusted the mask with a grimace, looking through the pictures on their phone. It was so easy to sneak away from the agency they were interned at in the dead of night. Almost too easy. Shigaraki must have done something in the area for a distraction. Why Aizawa wasn't at UA was a mystery to them. According to security cameras, he hadn't been there since the morning they all slipped off to internships. Their stupid teacher must be off on some mission. The pictures were of a file they had found in Aizawa's desk. Bakugo's files. Their eyes lit upon a certain line. Names that were not of the Bakugo's families were blacked out, of course, but they got the gist of what was going on. A smirk spread over their face, slow and menacing, as they texted. Handman, you won't believe what I've learned about Bakugo Katsuki. There was a long pause before the other responded. Tell me. He assaulted a kid, and the kid nearly died of blood loss. We might have a good shot with him. Bring him in as soon as the operation is over. Would I have done anything else? They took shelter on a rooftop not far from the handman himself as Nomu screamed from the sky. Time to find that bastard Stain. Fire. Fire was everywhere. People were screaming, and with every explosion, a memory was forced to the surface. Nix. He tore his eyes from the destruction to his teacher. Almost immediately, he felt himself relax a bit. Aizawa looked every bit as annoyed as he usually did, despite the raging fires. Hatsume says you can plan, so do it. Was this guy serious? Asking a teenager to make a plan? Siri? The cat on his shoulders perked up. Wait, when did she get there? I'm here, boss. Nearby hospitals and hero interns. There was a pause while Izuku waited, and then Siri spat out the data. Hosu Heroics Hospital is nearest, housing most notably Ida Tensei and Todoroki Rei. Hosu General is several kilometers east and likely safe from the disaster zone. Nearby interns are Mirio Togeda, UA third year with his mentor, Sir Night-Eye. Todoroki Shoto, UA first year with Endeavor Agency. And Ida Tenya, UA first year with Manuel Agency, along with you and the Shinso. Izuku closed his eyes for a moment. Villains? 3 Nomu, likely Shigaraki and Kurogiri nearby, and likely hero killer Stain continuing to operate in Hosu. His cat ears crackled with radio feedback before Manuel's voice was heard. Has anyone seen Tenya? It clicked. Fuck. Aizawa looked over, his face shadowed as he responded a simple no. What's going on? Tenya and Ingenium are brothers, correct? Yeah. How close would you say they are? A beat of silence before red flashed behind his teacher's goggles. Very. There were no need for words. Stain operates in alleys off of side roads, and he will likely be using this distraction as cover for another kill. Ida notes this. Toshi glanced over his shoulder. I live near here. Izuku flinched at the implications. I know these streets better than I know myself, and I have a pretty decent idea of where he could be. Find Stain, you find Ida. Izuku sends up a prayer to a god he doesn't believe in. Please don't be too late. Shota moves at a pace he honestly didn't think was possible, while also internally cursing out the kid he was basically thought of as a little cousin. Tenya was such an idiot. Shinso led the way, taking shortcut after shortcut. He heard the clang of metal on metal before he saw the battle going on, and he stopped just as the sounds did. Stain was monologuing. Just fakes. Heroes like you poison this society. Fuck. Mindfuck. Nix. The two of them looked over at Shota. Onto the rooftops. Tell me what you see. I'll do it, the demon cat announced before walking vertically up the wall. He's not even going to question this anymore. His calm came alive. Native is immobilized at the end of the alley. Tenya is pinned off to the side. Motherfucking shit on a stick, slow roasting over hell. Nix up with Siri. Extract Native. On my mark. You, he looked at Shinso. Get his attention. Try to get him to talk. I'll attack while he's distracted, and Nix, pull Ida out. You both have permission to attack if necessary, but for Kami's sake, if I say run, you fucking run. Understand? Silence and tense nods. Go. Hitoshi strode into the hero killer's line of sight. This is genuinely the stupidest plan he's ever heard, and he's been around Zuku for how long now? Hey, shitbag, come here often? Hitoshi's own mouth has betrayed him. Stain pulled up short, looking over at Hitoshi with a bewildered expression. Who are you? Damn it, respond to the question, don't ignore me. You can call me Mindfuck, he announced with more flair than strictly necessary. He sees Zuku drop down from the roof and grab Native, hauling the hero onto the roof with him as he climbs back up. Mind not killing my soon-to-be classmate? Stain sneered. Another fake hero, child. The villain's face went blank. Gotcha. Hitoshi was already feeling the strain of Stain's mind protesting, and he sighed loudly as if that would get rid of his problems. Move to the center of the alley and then freeze. The villain complied, and Izuku did the same with Ida as he did with Native. Then Aizawa dropped from the opposite roof to deck Stain full force. Stain jerked back into himself, knives already up and slashing. One cut deep on Aizawa's cheek, and Hitoshi shouted in alarm. He fucking licked the blade. Their teacher dropped like a stone. Oh, fuck. Hitoshi barely saw the man, just a blur and a sting on his face before he hit the ground and felt his joints freeze. This is not ideal. Where are the fakes? Oh no. Fuck you! The next thing he heard and saw was a tiny, shimmery thing being thrown into the air and exploding in a flash of light with a deafening wail. And that's the end of the chapter. Sorry for it to be a cliffhanger there, guys. We get to see Stain. This is so much fun. I love this fic so much. If you guys love this fic as much as I do, go click the link in the comments below and give it a kudos and a comment. And if you liked my recording of the fic, feel free to give me a like and a comment as well, and subscribe to hear the next one next week. This will be fun. It will pick up with Hosu again. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.